this was a really interesting piece. Very simple, but sort of very effective. I think the being underwater sort of evoked the feeling of being in the womb, and uh, that obviously contrasted a lot of the lyrics. Um, yeah, I just found myself sort of enjoying it, sort of mesmerized, sort of trying to break it down as I watched it because it immediately off the jump just felt like there was going to be a lot more to this than what we saw on the surface or below the surface of the water, that is. And I think my intuition was right. I think there's a lot of deep meaning there about, um, you know, maybe repressed feelings about a mother or what have you. I'm not one to even comment on that this whatever deep emotional meaning this may have had to the performer, but she did a great job at performing it and giving us this sort of eerie, calm, released feeling underwater, where most people get sort of tense, being underwater all the time. And it was a great, again, contrast and tension, and just a wonderful delivery. I enjoyed it.
I don't know my mother. So I thought what was really interesting about this was it being shot underwater. And it kind of reminds you of what a infant looks like in a mother's womb, is what I got from the symbolism of it all. Being sort of in this fetal position, alone in this space, felt very similar to that. And also because of the title, there was a lot of like tonally felt like she was very reflective, but it also kind of ranged a little bit on the idea to me of like sadness. And being that it's symbolically seems like a womb, and you have this title, I Don't Love My Mother, it just kind of feels like maybe it all ties into this idea of being disconnected from this mother figure. I was very interested to find out, how it was shot, being that it was underwater this entire time, and how that all played out with, what the shoot day and how the production was handled. I would be very interested to know, but for me, even though it was a very simple concept, I do think the messaging was clear.
In I Don't Love My Mother, the underwater warped image of the camera and the end when she is pulled out of the water, the same way that she came into it, was so cool to see. And I loved the look of the eye as the pool, like she's swimming in the eye. It's very visually pleasing, and I was in awe of the artistry that went into the look of this whole shot. It was definitely very unique. It was really cool to see, and it's so impressive how she was able to hold her breath for so long.